My beloved child. Before your finger moves away from this message, pause for just a heartbeat, because what you are about to hear has been waiting for the perfect moment to find you. This is not a coincidence. Something hidden has finally reached the surface, and if you leave now, you may never understand why certain moments in your life have felt so confusing. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is someone whose heart has been quietly drawn toward you for far longer than you realize. They smile when your name appears. They replay conversations in their mind long after everyone else has forgotten them. They notice the little things that nobody else pays attention to. They have imagined a future where you are standing beside them more times than they would ever admit. But there is one silent struggle inside them. Not because your appearance is imperfect. Not because you are not enough. But because there is one visible thing about you that challenges everything they have believed for years. Listen carefully before you judge what those words mean. Because this story is not what it seems. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time this person believed love had to look a certain way. They grew up surrounded by expectations that were never truly their own. They heard opinions repeated so often that those opinions slowly became invisible rules inside their heart. Without even noticing, they started believing that beauty could only fit inside a narrow picture. Then they met you. Everything changed. The first time they looked into your eyes, something happened that frightened them. Instead of noticing what everyone else usually notices first, they felt peace. Instead of trying to impress you, they simply wanted to stay close. Instead of searching for perfection, they found themselves searching for your smile. That was the moment their old beliefs began to fall apart. And that scared them more than they expected. Because when long-held ideas begin to break, people often confuse fear with certainty. They stepped back. Not because they stopped caring. Because they suddenly cared too much. They wondered why your presence affected them differently. They asked themselves questions they could not answer. Why do I keep thinking about this person? Why does every conversation stay in my heart? Why do I feel safe around someone who completely changes everything I believed? These questions became louder every day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is something they have never told anyone. Sometimes they have stood in front of a mirror, not looking at themselves, but imagining how other people might judge the two of you together. Not because they were ashamed of you. Because they were afraid of being judged themselves. That fear did not come from love. It came from insecurity. There is a huge difference. Many people never learn that difference. Love says, I want to be with you. Fear whispers, what will everyone else think? Those two voices have been fighting inside this person's heart for a very long time. Every day love becomes stronger. Every day fear becomes weaker. But the battle is not finished. And something happened recently that changed everything. Someone made a casual remark. It seemed small. Almost forgettable. Yet those words echoed inside this person's heart for hours. They suddenly realized they had been allowing other people's opinions to control their own happiness. That realization felt like a storm. Because once someone sees the truth, pretending becomes impossible. They could no longer ignore what their heart already knew. The one thing they once questioned about your appearance suddenly became the very thing that reminded them how genuine you are. Your uniqueness. Your natural self. The feature that makes you different. The part of you that never tried to imitate anyone else. Instead of seeing it as something unusual, they began seeing it as something unforgettable. That discovery changed everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Yet there is still one final obstacle. It has nothing to do with your appearance anymore. Now it is about courage. Will they have enough courage to admit they were wrong? Will they finally tell you the truth? Or will fear convince them to remain silent just a little longer? Right now, their heart is standing between two doors. One door leads toward honesty. The other leads toward regret. Every passing day makes that decision more difficult. Because love grows stronger when it is hidden. Eventually it becomes impossible to contain. That moment is closer than they realize. You may already be noticing little signs. Unexpected messages. Longer conversations. Gentle eye contact. Moments that seem ordinary but somehow stay in your memory. These are not accidents inside this fictional story. They are the quiet moments where fear slowly loses its grip. But the biggest revelation has not happened yet. There is one conversation this person has been rehearsing over and over inside their mind. They keep changing the words. Starting again. Stopping halfway. Wondering whether you would understand. Wondering whether you would forgive the doubts they once carried. Because deep inside, they know something important. Real love is never about flawless appearances. Real love is about finding peace in someone's presence. And every day they spend away from you reminds them of that truth a little more. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What happens next will completely change the direction of this story. The moment they finally stop listening to fear, they will reveal something they have hidden for far too long. And when that moment arrives, you will finally understand that the struggle was never about your appearance. It was always about their journey to overcome their own fears. But what they are preparing to confess next is even more unexpected. And that revelation changes everything. There is a reason your path crossed with this message today, and before another second passes, listen carefully. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What you are about to hear uncovers the hidden chapter that began long before either of you realized where this story was leading. This person never expected you to become so important. At first, they convinced themselves that the feelings would fade. They believed that time would quiet their heart and that distance would make everything easier. But instead of disappearing, their emotions only became stronger. Every encounter left a lasting impression. Every smile stayed with them longer than they wanted to admit. Every goodbye felt heavier than the one before. Then something unexpected happened. They caught themselves staring at one particular photograph of you for much longer than usual. It wasn't because they were searching for flaws. It wasn't because they were comparing you to anyone else. It was because they were trying to understand why your presence made them feel so peaceful. That question stayed with them for days. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For years, they had unknowingly carried a picture in their mind of what love was supposed to look like. It wasn't their own belief. It had been shaped by voices around them, by opinions they heard growing up, and by expectations they never stopped to question. When they met you, that picture no longer made sense. Your appearance challenged those old assumptions in ways they had never experienced before. At first, they resisted. Not because your appearance pushed them away. Because their heart was pulling them closer while their old beliefs were pulling them back. That inner conflict became exhausting. They wanted certainty, but instead they found themselves thinking about you every single day. The more they tried to ignore their feelings, the more your kindness, your confidence, and your authenticity stood out. Gradually, they realized something remarkable. The feature they once struggled to understand had never been the problem. The real problem was their own fear of letting go of outdated expectations. That realization changed everything. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Since then, they have begun noticing things they overlooked before. They admire the way you carry yourself without pretending to be someone else. They admire the courage it takes to remain genuine in a world that constantly tells people to fit into narrow standards. Most of all, they admire the peace they feel whenever they imagine a future with you. That peace cannot be explained. It simply exists. And it has become stronger with every passing day. Still, they hesitate. Not because they doubt you. Because they wonder whether they deserve someone who has taught them such an important lesson. They ask themselves if they waited too long. If they allowed fear to create unnecessary distance. If you have already stopped believing in the possibility of what could have been. Those thoughts keep them awake more often than anyone knows. But another moment is approaching. A moment where silence will no longer feel easier than honesty. A moment where they will have to choose between protecting their comfort or protecting the connection they truly value. That choice is drawing closer with every heartbeat. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The story is far from over. The next chapter will reveal what finally gives them the courage to face their fears and speak the truth they have carried in silence for so long. And when that moment arrives, nothing between the two of you will ever feel the same again. A quiet truth has been growing in the shadows, and today it can no longer remain hidden. Before you continue, remember this: don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next moments reveal what has been happening inside this person's heart while you were completely unaware. For days, they have been carrying a conversation inside their mind that has never reached their lips. Every morning they promise themselves that today will be different. Every evening they realize they have once again allowed fear to win. They replay every memory involving you, searching for the right moment to finally speak honestly. What surprises them most is not how much they admire you, but how much they have changed because of knowing you. The feature they once struggled to understand has become the very thing that makes you unforgettable in their eyes. Whenever they picture your face, they no longer notice what once distracted them. Instead, they remember your kindness, your calm presence, your resilience, and the warmth that made them feel understood. Slowly, they began asking themselves a difficult question. If this one small detail no longer matters to me, why did I let it stand between us for so long? That question has echoed through every quiet moment. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Not long ago, Someone close to them casually commented on appearances, repeating the same shallow opinions they had heard for years. For a brief moment, they almost allowed those words to influence them again. But something unexpected happened. Instead of agreeing, they felt uncomfortable. Instead of accepting those opinions, they defended you silently in their own heart. That was the first time they realized they were no longer living according to other people's expectations. They were beginning to listen to their own heart. And their heart kept leading them back to you. Since that day, they have started noticing little moments they once ignored. A familiar laugh reminds them of you. A favorite song suddenly brings your face into their mind. A quiet evening feels incomplete because they wish you were there to share it. These moments are becoming impossible to ignore. The distance between you is no longer measured by miles or circumstances. It is measured only by the words they have not yet spoken. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another truth they have hidden from everyone. Sometimes they wonder whether you sense their hesitation. They worry that their silence may have made you question your own worth. That thought troubles them deeply because the last thing they ever wanted was to make you feel less than enough. If only they could explain everything. If only they could tell you that their hesitation was never caused by a lack of love. It was caused by their own fear of letting go of old beliefs. Now those beliefs are fading. Each passing day makes them seem smaller. Each passing day makes their feelings for you seem stronger. The balance is shifting. Soon, fear will have nothing left to hold on to. And when that happens, honesty will finally take its place. Imagine the relief they will feel when they no longer have to hide behind uncertainty. Imagine the freedom of looking at you without questioning anything except how to make you smile. That day is closer than they realize. Even now, they are searching for the perfect opportunity to speak openly. They know they cannot wait forever. Because genuine feelings become heavier every time they remain unspoken. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next step in this story will not be ordinary. A simple conversation is about to become a turning point that neither of you expected. One heartfelt confession has the power to erase months of doubt and replace them with understanding. But there is still one final piece of the puzzle that has not yet been revealed. When that final truth comes to light, you will understand why every delay, every hesitation, and every silent moment led to this exact point. And what they are preparing to admit next may become the most honest words they have ever spoken. What happens after this moment is the part they have been afraid to imagine, because once the truth is spoken aloud, there is no turning back. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most meaningful chapter of this fictional story is only just beginning. For the first time in a long while, they stopped asking themselves what other people might think. Instead, they asked a much more important question. What if I lose someone extraordinary simply because I was too afraid to trust my own heart? That single thought changed everything. It followed them through busy days and quiet nights. It echoed in every ordinary moment until they could no longer ignore it. They realized they had spent far too much time examining appearances and far too little time appreciating the person behind them. The kindness that comforted others. The patience that never demanded recognition. The quiet strength that remained even during difficult moments. Those qualities had always been there. Only now were they seeing them clearly. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As their understanding deepened, something unexpected happened. The very feature they once questioned became one of the first things they remembered whenever they thought of you. Not because it defined you. Because it reminded them of how unique you are. It reminded them that genuine people are never meant to look exactly like everyone else. Real beauty had quietly replaced old expectations. Without realizing it, their heart had rewritten every rule they once believed. That transformation did not happen overnight. It happened one memory at a time. One conversation at a time. One smile at a time. Now they find themselves wishing they had understood this much sooner. There are moments when they replay the past, wondering how different things might have been if they had trusted their feelings from the beginning. Yet even those regrets have taught them something valuable. Love grows stronger when it is built on honesty instead of appearances. And honesty is exactly what they are preparing to offer. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one final hesitation remaining. It has nothing to do with how they see you. It has everything to do with whether you will believe them after such a long silence. They fear that their earlier uncertainty may have left invisible wounds. They worry that an apology may not be enough. Even so, they know they cannot continue pretending everything is normal. Their heart refuses to stay silent any longer. Very soon, they will choose courage over comfort. They will stop hiding behind uncertainty. They will speak with sincerity instead of fear. When that conversation finally begins, it will not be about appearances. It will be about acceptance. It will be about growth. It will be about recognizing that the person they truly wanted was never someone who fit an imaginary standard, but someone whose presence made life feel brighter. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next words they share may surprise you more than anything else in this story. Because they are no longer planning to explain only what they once struggled to understand. They are preparing to tell you how you quietly transformed the way they see love itself. And that heartfelt confession is about to change everything.